Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Amanda. I do hope that you're well. So today's the 25th of April and yes, had a good party yesterday, thank you. All went very well, managed to cope, got the meals out and everybody had a good time. Feeling a little bit tired today, still got a bit of cleaning to do and clearing away. And then I'm going to go for a walk beside the sea with family that are still down. So I'll be back properly tomorrow and I'll do a card pull tomorrow for the week ahead. But anyway, I wanted to come on today because this is time sensitive and read on the energy post the French election. The thing that I want to stress so strongly is that if you are not French or you're not in France, what I'm reading on right now is very specific to many other countries. And I believe very firmly that the system is broken worldwide and that we will increasingly start to wake up, if we haven't already woken up, to the fact that really there is very little choice and that there is a new paradigm that's needed politically and socially. I will go so far as to say that, Spirit does have a sense of humour. I went to the supermarket over the weekend and I bought some lighters because I don't smoke, but I do burn a lot of incense and candles. And I got them out this morning. I realised that one is red and one is blue. And you can't make this stuff up. Neither of them produce a flame. Neither of them produce a flame. So it's got, the little system where you can increase the flow of gas or whatever it is that's lighting them. It doesn't matter what setting you put it on. There is no flame. There is no flame that comes out of either one. There is just this very unsatisfactory whiff of gas. As I said in my video on YouTube, when I read on the French election, there is a whiff and it doesn't smell good of any of them. Okay, it's like we need to throw out the whole old system. That's why these readings apply to so many countries. You can just replace the names. Okay, right, let's get to France. The YouTube video that I put up a week ago, I pulled some cards for today, i.e. the day after the election. And do you remember the card that came out? It was this one. Rather nice, isn't it? The Card of Lucifer. Right, let's just think about this. So Lucifer, of course, the fallen angel, which actually shows that he did once have that very close connection to divinity, but chose to take another route, okay? Which means there's always a ladder back up as well. We also have this card, which is the Seven of Wisdom, which I interpreted to be, I don't know whether it's showing on my camera, this figure at the window sort of knocking feels very Christ-like, looks very like Jesus. Today, though, what I'm hearing, it's still, you can still go with that interpretation, but I'm feeling that it's the energy of conscience knocking at the window for the one sitting here, reading his books, counting his money, and conscience is knocking. Now, and I think that's Macron, okay, because this is a male figure. Now, you won't necessarily see any of that because you can't see inside anybody's mind. Neither can I. Nobody actually knows really what goes on in anybody's mind. Cards and channeling and intuition can give us an impression and an idea, but really nobody knows the workings of anybody's mind. But I'm suggesting to you that this is conscience knocking on the door in terms of how he got there. I'm no fan of him or Marine Le Pen, but I know she said in her speech yesterday where she conceded defeat, I can't remember the exact words she used, but she talked about bully boy tactics or something, underhand tactics that he used to keep himself in power. That's not to say she hasn't got a case to answer as well. Remember, both red and blue, not a whiff of real true light in either camp. Okay, let's now pull cards afresh for today. So the election has happened. Macron got 58% of the vote. Marie Le Pen got something like 41%. 26%, certainly over a quarter of the French population didn't vote at all. You may not understand or realise that there is only 2 candidates you vote for in the final round. All the others have been knocked out in the first. This is what I mean. So it's like the people that maybe wanted a different alternative, their voice is not heard or not represented. Let's have a look. One day after the election. Let's firstly pull a card for, I was going to say Macron. There's a card just flipped out before I even said his name. I'm hearing he jumped the gun is the first thing. I don't quite know. I'm being given a bit of a rude analogy here, okay? But I'm going to have to give it without actually going into details. So a man who maybe is quick to the finish line and jumps the gun before giving maybe satisfaction to the population. You know, he might be very pleased with himself, but the other party is left feeling, you know, a bit ms. That's what I'm being given to say to you. Let's just see what card flew out, for God's sake. The Squire of Shields flew out. Right, straight away, what I'm feeling with that card, I'm just going to go with my interpretation, is it's a group of largely men, and I'm hearing they're all singing from the same songbook. Okay, all singing from the same songbook. So they are pointing at a book. They're pointing at a book. They're looking at instructions in a book or the page on the book, and they're all following the same book. This is turning into a more general reading, not just about France in terms of this particular card, but they're all united under one banner. This is a Cathar deck, by the way, so it has a lot of symbolism with the English and with the French as well. Okay, so that's all I'm hearing for that card. Singing from the same book, obedience. I'm not getting much more. Let's see what else we can get. Macron, one day after winning. How is he feeling? Right, that card came through. Interesting. That card came through. If you've watched my YouTube video, that card came through also for France going forward after the election. And I interpreted it to be that there was new spiritual energy coming in. It's almost like, we also had a card that showed Joan of Arc. This is actually the card of the High Priestess. So there's 2 interpretations from the highest perspective and the best possible outcome. Where is that? I've just put the card back in the deck. The one that was tapping on the window. Oi, Emmanuel, in there. Oi, conscience. High Priestess is inner knowing, spirituality, intuition. He's being nudged to be a better man. Whether he can be a better man, I have no idea. But that's what is happening. He's being nudged to be a better man. But the other interpretation would be that actually he's sort of, although I pulled it for him, he's not really in the picture at all. And that this is going to be a dawning light for France, because both sides are pretty unsatisfied, really. I mean, remember as well, a lot of the people that voted for Macron did so with a very heavy heart. I read a beautiful quote, or sad, very poignant quote today from somebody, an older lady who voted in France. And she was saying she literally virtually wept as she had to cast her vote for him. So lesser of two evils, as I said a week ago. So, you know, this is going to, I don't know, let's pull one more, because I'm getting into the population rather than him. Where is he? Can I just see one card for him, please? Where is he? Hold on, these cards are going all over the place. Where is Macron? Show me the energy of Macron. Show me the energy just of Emmanuel Macron. Okay, it's 2 that's fallen out. Ooh, God, I don't like that card. Okay, I just need to look at the card and then I'm going to show it to you. I've never seen this card before. Oh my God, what do you think, guys, of that? I'm so glad I didn't throw this deck out. I nearly did. Marina gave it to me, and I did say to Marina, I'm struggling with the deck and I might pass it on. And she said, don't worry, Amanda. And then I didn't. And there's always a deck for anything. So never throw decks out, because one day you'll find they have an amazing use. So this is the Endurer. It's card number 12. But look at the symbolism of it. So there's a man or a person who's lying sick in their bed. Could even maybe not even be here anymore. And there's this angel that's come in the window, but I don't like the look of that angel. That to me feels like the energy of Lucifer, who was the fallen angel. And there's this other figure, like a Joker type thing with a sword, and they're wrestling each other. And the person in the bed is, just look at that card, guys. Hold on, let me get the meat. Let me just see what this card is. It's the Hanged Man. Okay, so this is it's a really interesting interpretation. So the Hanged Man in traditional tarot is just, okay, remember we pulled this on Macron. It's like, okay, I'm having to see things from a different perspective now. Maybe I do have to do things in a different way. Maybe I do genuinely mean what I mean, which is I need to govern for all the people. Lump in my throat as I say that, because I'm really feeling as though that's not really what's going to happen. But anyway, highest perspective, maybe he can. Let's not rule it out. We want the highest thing to come in here. This is the Hanged Man. It says, embrace every aspect of life as it appears. I'm going to read you what it says, because this is a really unusual card. The Cathar attitude to death was, it was not an end, but a release from the dark world into the light. The Cathars also believe firmly in reincarnation, so that if the person died without having freed him or herself from the toils of the world, they might be forced to return and endure the trial of human incarnation again. The primary expression of this was the ceremony of the Endurer. In real terms, a kind of ritual suicide in which the credent or parfait starved themselves to death. Oh my God. This seems to have taken place most often towards the end of the natural lifespan, or when there was a danger of being captured and tortured by the Inquisition. The Endurer was not always followed through to the end, and the credent could be left in a state of suspended animation, a place between two worlds of dark and light, life and death. This seems a perfect representation of the Hanged Man, who in the same way remains suspended between heaven and earth. Here, two angelic forces struggle for his soul. Jeez. My God. Wow, what a powerful deck. And the card that came with it, the Grail Knight. Look, who am I going to be of service to? The light or the dark? I mean, I think what this is basically saying is whatever he's been, there is a choice being presented to him now. There's a choice to either carry on along the path that he was on or to change. Who is he going to be of service to? God. Okay, so I've been given that for a reason. I don't think you're going to find many tarot readings like this online today about this subject at all. I don't think I've ever even seen this deck used. Yeah, look, Nine of Swords. This is mental struggle. You're not going to see any of this. You're going to see him as you expect to see him, strutting around on the world stage. But there is a battle for this guy's soul. And you might think that he sold it long ago. That's not what I think necessarily, but it's what some think. But this is the Hanged Man. There's a potential change. So we need to hold out that he can somehow turn to this, which is at the doorway, rather than be chained to this, Lucifer, the fallen angel. So how interesting that I picked this up actually even before the election. We had the Lucifer card come out before the election, and here it's showing in a different way, but it's very clearly saying this is a struggle for this man's soul in bed. Nine of Swords, yeah, total mental turmoil, don't know what to do. Lady Wisdom is there, trying to bring the light in. Because don't forget, really, this isn't really even about him. It's about the country. A leader represents the country. It's about trying to bring the light into the country. Okay. I'm sort of tempted to leave it there because I'm not sure it's going to tell us any more, because this is crossroads time. This is very deep. This is very... I've got Six of Swords. I've got Lady Wisdom on the bottom of the deck. Six of Wisdom again. I wonder if he's going to become ill. Cancel, clear, delete, because I don't want to bring anything into anybody's life that isn't there. But that card was on the bottom and I chose to not read it, and it's come up again. This shows somebody in bed, sick. This card shows somebody who's chosen to be in bed, sick, doing the ritual. Choosing between life and death. And we've got, but the Six of Swords is a card of victory, trying to conquer his inner demons. But we've got Lady Wisdom. To me, that's the Joan of Arc energy. It's also the Mother Mary energy. Very strong female divine energy in France. We know that, of course, you know, Our Lady. Yeah, Mother Mary, Joan of Arc in particular, trying to bring in light. And actually, I'm being told now, this ailing person on the sick bed is actually the political system itself, okay? Of which could well be Macron, might personify that, but it's actually, this is the ailing old system that is defunct, had its time, is being given its last rites. It's literally being given its last rites. Because it's never chosen to pick up the chalice, the Holy Grail, unity, reconciliation, peace. The figures in the bed, whether they've got a red blanket or a blue blanket, have just been interested in their own vested interests. Actually, what Macron said after being elected, that I wish to govern for all people, which is what they all say, but that actually is a mantra for the new paradigm, that they truly do need to do that. So you don't punish a state because it's voted red or blue. Or, you know, remember, this is a persecution deck. The Cathar Tarot, the Cathars were persecuted. So it's going to bring up the persecution energy. You know, I'll do something for you if you do something for me. But if you don't do it for me, or you don't stand up for what I believe in, I'm going to persecute you. I'm going to be your enemy. Those days, that energy is dangerous now and cannot exist in the new earth. The new earth's politics need to be built on something better than this. France going forward. As I say, I'm reading France, but this is true for so many places around the world. I think I'm going to put this up on YouTube. Okay. Feels an important message in this video. Please like it and share it. Get it out there. The world of truth. I'm bringing you... I'm not being an ego here, but it's why I'm being told to tell you. I'm bringing you the word of truth here. The woman is bringing you the word of truth. The woman in the water. I'm Cancerian. I'm watery as you can get. I'm about to go and walk by the sea. I'm nothing special. I'm just like you. We're all the same. But I'm speaking the truth here. The dove. Oh my gosh, where's that other card? The dove wishes to come in and not be stained with blood. Because, again, this reading's going to make a hell of a lot more sense if you watch my last one. But in the video that I did a week before the election, where is it? The Chariot card has got a dove on it and it's stained with blood. So, it's, yeah, this one. It's like it's tried to come in, but it's got blood on it. The new piece that wants to come in, there's no blood. There's no bloodshed. There's no sacrifice. It's for everybody. Let's just look at what that card is. That is my Roman numerals, card 17 from memory. It's the Star card. Wow, it's the Star card. Yeah, of course it is, because it's the woman in water. Hope is the face of truth. Shows the rising of hope and positive feelings. It's about expectation, healing, rebirth, the gift of light, good luck and destiny. We need to move towards that and away from the old systems. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Much love to everybody. I will be back in a few days with, I'm going to do a reading for May, just for all of us, for the collective energy. So do subscribe to get that. And I'm going to be looking at some other interesting hot topics in the news. If I have time, I'm going to look at Johnny Depp, Elon Musk, I promised you. Tesla's coming up soonish. Tesla Part 2, plus other stuff. Take good care of yourself. Much love. I'm going to get out now into that sunshine. Hold the light. You are the light. I am the light. You are the light. Namaste. See you soon. Bye.